Good morning and welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today is Thursday. Hope you all are doing fantastic. I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot for our daily reading today. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot, I guess, for clarifying. See what's happening out there. I think we're supposed to get rain today here in Tennessee, Middle Tennessee. Forget how long Tennessee is. The state is like so long. Part of it's in Central Time Zone and part of it's in Eastern. Anyway, one more. Okay, current situation. Page of Swords. That's been coming up quite a bit, I feel like. Present influence. Three of Wands. Future influence. The World. What is unexpected? Ten of Wands. Challenge. Sun. That's not a good challenge. Strength. Oh, Six of Wands. Where does this lead? Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. I'll leave it right there. And advice. Seven of Swords. Six of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. You know, with the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and then the Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, excuse me, and the Strength, there's stuff, I mean, there's a feeling here of reaching a point, the sixes and threes and nines are many completions. So I do feel like with having these two in those positions, there's something about at least reaching a goal. Now the Six of Pentacles is about sharing. When I first started reading the tarot, I remember thinking it was, where you finally are at a position in life where you can give back. Sometimes I look at it a little differently. In this case, he's got this suit on, right? And in this deck, it talks about, he can fly, but if it weren't for the other people around him to make the suit, he couldn't do it. So it's kind of also like community, giving and taking. And I feel like there's something here with that recognition that there might be something like your part of a situation is being recognized for what you do. The Page of Swords is an aha moment. You have the Three of Wands, another mini completion in the present influence. So it's like, okay, I'm seeing things and I'm seeing things happen and, goals being completed. But there's something here. I think that the aha moment is that, like, okay, things are working. Things are going right. Things are doing what they're supposed to do. And then we have the major completion, which is the world in the future. So let's clarify the Three of Wands. What is this? Because I feel like the Page of Swords speaks for itself as far as the aha moment. This is, what, this is that, oh, I've done this, I've done that. So what is this Three of Wands, please? What is the Three of Wands? Hermit, Three of Pentacles, and Ace of Swords. I feel like you're coming out of your shell. So the Three of Pentacles would be collaboration, and the Hermit's alone time. So the Hermit came out first when I pulled it, searching and doing the search. And there feels to me like you're feeling better about the people around you collaborating, whether it be work or relationships. And then we got the Ace of Swords, which is that aha moment, which is, okay, this is what's happening. Again, that spark. There's something that has sparked you to, I feel like, see this. This has been happening. You just have not recognized it. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Like, you're recognizing it, and it's the aha moment. It's the light bulb goes on. The world is in the future influence. Well, this to me, I always think of this as graduation. Some life area has reached a goal, reached an end. Again, I don't always see the world as an ending. It's ending into a new beginning. It's a graduation. It's a leveling up. It's reaching goals for sure. Um, but I do feel like there's something hard about this too, because the Ten of Wands is, well, I think the Ten of Wands, it is about burdens and stuff, but it's also the end. You know, the Ten of Wands is kind of the end of something. We have a lot of little completions here, but at the end we got a beginning. So I like that. Tell me about the world. What is the world, please? Eight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, right? Yeah. I feel like that could be I think you're moving into an area where you feel like, okay, I'm successful. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands, could be message, could be the energy coming in. It could be that aha moment in itself. You know, that, okay, this makes sense. That kind of energy here. And I feel like, um, I feel like too, if you look at this world, she's like looking back out, you know, and looking, sitting out up and looking out. And the Nine of Pentacles a lot of times reminds me of looking out, like noticing what you've done, recognizing everything that you've gained, understanding what you have. And I think with those together, I think there's just this recognition of everything that you've accomplished. And I think once that, see, there's a part of me that says, okay, this is settling in, and you're realizing this whole reading is about aha, like, oh, this makes sense. That's okay. Things are coming together. Okay. Things are working out. There's it. I feel like it's all about that. Like, okay, this is what I've done. Everything we're looking at, I feel like is a realization. Um, you seeing it, you understanding it a little bit more. The Ten of Wands, you know, is in the unexpected, which does make sense. Things aren't always easy. They're hard, especially when we're trying to change or do something different or come to some conclusions or reach some goals. And I feel like I feel like this is the burden is over. The burden's already been there. You've understood that. And this is releasing that. And let's clarify that. The Ten of Wands. I feel like there's just this real eye-opening vision. When I look at these cards, it's all about eye-opening. Tell me about the Ten of Wands, please. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Hermit. We're getting repeat cards. You know, that realization of meeting your goals. Again, the Queen of Pentacles this time. We've got the Queen of Pentacles over here, Page of Swords over here. Realization. We have the Hermit, and I think that this is you've done the searching, you've done it, and I think that the burden part is there could be part of you that still feels kind of out in the boonies, the Hermit, like there's still things to look for. So there still feels like a burden to you. It's not completely over. Like there's still things you got to work through. But I feel like it becomes easier because you have recognized it and it bought into the fact that, okay, you know, this is new. This is where I'm going now. And then we have the Sun and the challenge. Now, the Sun's about joy and happiness. When I'm looking at you know, when I look at the layout, I always look at the entire thing, and the Sun is facing all of these other cards here. Um, and I think that the challenge here is not being happy. I mean, it could be part of it, absolutely, but it's looking back at your recent past and finding joy in that. And I think that's the challenge. Like this has been hard, so it doesn't feel like this has been a joyful ride. This could be weeks, it could be months, it could be days. But it's kind of going, I need to like find joy in that journey, and that's the challenge. Tell me more about the Sun and the challenge. Yep, Nine of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Yeah, the joy, and there's something here about the work. You have not found joy in the work. Not That's the challenge, because even though you're reaching goals, you're not finding the joy in it. So the choices comes up, and here's the challenge. Everything is perspective. Like that, it's up to you. You have choices on how to view things, how to look at things. And if you're going to look at it and not see the positive or the joy, then that's up to you. How are you going to do that differently next time? So I think it's really important to know that you have choices on how to perceive the situation. Not always easy. Not That's actually not like this is a true challenge, because if we felt like we've had a rough time, Ten of Wands, even the Page of Swords and the Three of Wands, those are not necessarily, they're good cards, but they're not necessarily easy to get to. And if you've been having a struggle of any kind, sometimes it's just really hard to see why, why did that happen, and how is that even good? And two, like when you're working, if you can't find the joy in the work that you're doing, then that's another thing too. Like, what, maybe you need to do something different. So we have the Six of Wands and the Strength, which I like. The Six of Wands, definitely recognition, public recognition. So you may be getting some recognition here that helps you with this new opportunity that's coming in. And what is that new opportunity? Is it money? Is it, you know, keep in mind, these are daily readings. So this could be a big opportunity, or it could be just the beginning of something, new. I like to keep it, I get excited anytime I see aces, but sometimes they're simple on our daily readings. The Six of Wands, Two of Swords, King of Pentacles, and Ten of Pentacles. I think there's some kind of decision being made by somebody, a King of Pentacles. So, because this is different, we've had the Queen of Pentacles, so this is the opposite. Um, so I feel like, yeah, there's somebody, this could be work too, that's that you're getting recognition on your achievements. So, I mean, this could be work for sure, but it also could be coming from somebody that's actually recognizing what you've done. It could be small, it could be big. I feel like for some of you, it's kind of a big deal, because that's going to help that sun, like finding the joy in what you did. When someone else recognizes what you've done, it's easier to see the good that you've done, the hard work paid off. Sometimes when we don't, when someone else doesn't tell us, we don't always see it as working. We're trying, but it's not, always working. What's this Ace of Pentacles, please? Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. What is this? Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Five of Wands. Ooh. I feel like this could be, well, there's a conflict here too. So if there was an energy here about what to do next, where to go next, the Queen says, I know exactly what I want. The Knight of Wands is the energy coming in, the forward movement. The Queen says, this is exactly what I want. I feel like the Five of Wands is saying that this has been something that's been a challenge for you. So, and I want more, because I just do. Anything more on this Ace of Pentacles? Yep, Ten of Wands. Okay, High Priestess. Tell me to stop. The Magician. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. It's over. Like the burden's over. There's something here about understanding your own intuition too, and the Magician. I feel like that again. Going back to that recognition, it's the realization that you can do what you want to do. You have everything in place to do this, take advantage of this new opportunity, which I feel like is the Knight of Wands here. And the Knight of Wands could be something, this is a message or something coming in that makes you realize that you can move forward. Now, the Ace of Pentacles in that respect is not necessarily an opportunity as far as someone handing you an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to start doing things differently in a more positive way, things that are going to leave a legacy instead of you feeling like you're not, what you're doing doesn't matter. So I feel like this is saying, yes, it does matter. You will start doing things that you feel will take you into the future. The Queen of Pentacles, I like that. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. So, this is the strength of the Queen of Pentacles is that she takes care of her house, there's a lot of pentacles in it, not so much in the reading, but in the clarifying. We've had the 9, we've had the 10 of Pentacles a couple times. So there's something here about legacy. And I feel like she takes care of her legacy. She takes care of her home. She takes care of those things. So there's something here about you wanting or working for legacy type reasons, if that makes sense. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, 4 of Swords, yeah, 9 of Wands. This is, taking care of yourself. Queen of Cups with the 4 of Swords, totally taking care of yourself, allowing yourself to understand what you've done and that you have worked hard. The 9 of Wands. Give yourself credit here. And that's what she's doing. You're giving yourself credit. And it could be someone else giving you credit, but I think that comes with the 6 of Wands. I think this is you settling in, going, yeah, I'm going to give myself a break here. I've done a good job. Don't be so hard on yourself. I feel like that's what this Queen of Pentacles is exactly about. Then we have the 7 of Swords in our advice. And I feel like, so yeah, I see things differently sometimes when I look at these, and I got to go with the advice. Don't get yourself wrapped up in something that's not going to serve you. You know, the 7 of Swords can be about theft, but I feel like too, it's about taking things back. But in this case, she's all wrapped up in all of these vines or whatever they are. And it feels like, you know, like, don't get wrapped up in something that, that's not going to help you. Don't get wrapped up in your thoughts. Don't get wrapped up in other people's gossip. Don't get wrapped up in, having to be like everyone else. Don't get wrapped up in that. You are who you are. Appreciate who you are and what you've done. Don't get wrapped up in everything else. Sometimes we can compare ourselves too much to others or think, golly, they've done XYZ and I haven't, or these type of things. I can't do that. Everybody's different and everybody's here on earth for a different reason. And I feel like that's what this is saying. Like, don't get wrapped up into what others are doing. Is there anything else we need to know? I'll just pull another 3 cards, please. Knight of Swords, 9 of Cups. Yeah, let it go. That's the 4 of Swords. The Knight of Swords, the energy coming in, the 9 of Cups, your dreams, the 4 of Swords, going easy on yourself. You can reach your dreams. They're there. Know that everything is, I feel like things are healing. In other words, you are taking care of yourself here. And you will take care of yourself because you do want to reach your dreams, your desires. And you can. And this is all saying you can. You just need to go easy on yourself. Back to that Queen of Pentacles, which you will here in the near future, because once you recognize everything, you're, okay, maybe I'm too hard on myself. It's good to be hard on ourselves to push us to, achieve more, but at the same time, give ourselves a break as well. It's a fine line to keep that motivation and stay, keep going. But doing that is fine, but also recognizing what you've done is just as important as pushing yourself to do more. That even if you need to do more, it's okay to say, but I've done this and this and this. So pat me on the back. No, I haven't reached my ultimate goal, but I've done this and this and this. So remember that as you move forward. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Take care. Have a beautiful day.